student development program. Of course, it could be possible only because of the full and extended support from our parent organization, Siagat Technical Education Society, which was established in 1993 under the able and dynamic leadership of Honorable President of Siagat Institute, Professor M.N. Nole sir, who is a great educationist, visionary, and always ahead of the time. Dr. Burande has always been carrying the pharmacy profession. I remember that Dr. Burande has taken the Indian pharmaceutical education to a newer height, and he has given the new dimension to the Indian Pharmaceutical Congress, and in this way he is really a caretaker of pharmacy profession at a national level. And he has been associated with our college since the inception, since 2000, and he has always been a guiding force for our college. So on the behalf of all the faculty members, heads of the department, and the audience, the students of various pharmacy institutes, I welcome Dr. M.D. Burande on this e-platform. Of course, I have been associated with Dr. Burande for over 4 decades as a colleague, and during the 90s, I remember that there was a increased need, there was a pressure on the institutes to have some new dimension for the institute industry interaction, and that was felt and that was realized to bridge the gap between the academics and the industrial expectations. That was a very primitive syllabus, and that was a real need in those days, and that is why Dr. Burande has come up with an innovative concept, the concept which is now being accepted by all the sections of the educationist, that is outcome-based education, and he introduced that concept that the various modules through his premier institutes, IPER, Indian Pharmaceutical Education and Research, which has been putting efforts to increase the employable talents, to increase the employability of our students. Because we know that the pharmacy profession, unlike all other professions, have a multiple options for the career development, right from the product related options to the patient related option, from education sectors to regulatory, from drugs and excipient research to the drug discovery, and nutraceutical and various allied fields, including the cosmetic sciences, are also part of career development. And in this way, several sectors are available for the career development, and this big spectrum of this career development of the pharmacy profession has a different shades, it has got a different colors, along with the expanding the basic and the core sector. Therefore, the issue related with the goal setting becomes very important, because one cannot be the master of all these options. At the level of third year and fourth year BPharm itself, one has to set the goal to avoid.
Chat box में डाल दो कि
I'm getting the voice, and therefore
भेजने वाले chat box में डाल दो.
The skill sets for each of the career development option is different, and that is why different types of the modules to increase the employable talents are very necessary. And I will say from my experience that the education is really incomplete without the required skill set. So to bring this awareness about the skill sets required for various options in the career development in the pharmacy profession, we have organized this particular webinar, and this innovative approach of IPER is going to help the student to set the career goal. Because getting education, getting the degree is one part, but setting the goal is the most difficult task. And particularly into this pandemic situation, we have got to redesign car, this particular modules, this particular career design on a different way with a different aspects. Maybe it will be the virtual mode, maybe it will be the digital mode. Maybe it will include some new aspects like AI, that is artificial intelligence, maybe Internet of the Things. It will be included as per the requirement of the industries and the present situation. And it is to be remembered that the services may be automated. It is to be remembered that the services may be improvised time to time through various digital approaches, but the end product is always the drug molecule. So the core knowledge is must. We as a college always try to care of the core knowledge and the core wisdom to opt for any of the career options. But for acquiring the new skill sets as per the expectation of the industry is a continuous process, and that particular bridging is necessary. So there was one event in Bharati Vidyapith where the Drug Controller of India, he mentioned that he could reach to that level only because he got the right input from the IPR. So it was really proud for us that Dr. Burande, who is a really national figure and caretaker for the pharmacy profession with the different responsibilities, and particularly his very healthy lifestyle and healthy habits have always been impressing the fellow professionals, and such type of the person is giving the proper guidance would really help you, and it will be a really outcome based webinar. And this particular webinar will be a very inspiring, because Dr. Burande is known for the inspiring leadership talk, and it said that one thought can change your life, and let us hope that through this webinar you will get that key thought and you will be able to put yourself on the right track and get associated with IPR to get the skill development issues settled at their level, along with some additional thinking regarding the employability, regarding the employable talent. And with these few words, I hope that there has been a very good response. About 500 registrations plus were there, and because of this rain and other problems, the joining is slow, but all the people are trying to join. I'm getting the phone calls. So let us not share the timing of Dr. Burande, and let me say that this will be the really outcome-based webinar for the students, and it will benefit them in a very long way. So thank you very much. So over to the organizing host. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I request Dr. Amelia Auchet ma'am, in charge training and placement, Professor Pharmaceutics, to introduce the today's chief guest and speaker. Ma'am.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So good morning and welcome everyone. Many of us, including our faculty and students, have either heard of him or heard to him. But it is my duty to officially introduce our chief guest for today, Dr. Mahesh Burande, who believes in the motto, live, love and laugh. So Dr. Mahesh Burande has over 36 years of rich experience in pharmacy profession as pharma academician, consultant and trainer to build pharmacy profession. He has worked as a pharmaceutical consultant for more than 100 pharmaceutical companies on different fronts and is the most popular trainer for marketing, GMP, GCP, GPP and positive attitude programs, and has conducted more than 1,000 training programs pertaining to these subjects. He has developed innovative GMP, quality, productivity, and positive attitude displays, which you see in our colleges also, useful for WHO, GMP, ISO 9000, MHRA, MCC, TGA, US FDA certification programs. Under his directorship, Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, which Dr. Gujar was talking about, IPER, is a pioneer pharma management institute which conducts 23 comprehensive job-oriented pharmaceutical management diplomas and postgraduate diploma in pharmaceutical marketing, which are highly recommended by pharma industries and profession. Asia Pharma Leaders awarded IPERS India, most promising pharmaceutical education and consulting institution at the 5th Annual Pharmaceutical Leadership Summit and Business Leadership Award on 21st September 2012. Maharashtra State Pharmacy Council appointed Dr. Burande as a trainer to train more than 20,000 community pharmacists in Maharashtra to conduct programs on pharmaceutical care and GMP. He served as a Vice President, Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India, that is APTI, as Secretary and President, Indian Pharmaceutical Association Pune branch. He worked as Organizing Secretary of the 54th Indian Pharmaceutical Congress Pune 2002, which is still known to have created records in history of Pharmacy Congress. He also worked as a Chief Financial Officer for 59th Indian Pharmaceutical Congress held at Varanasi 2007, which was organized for the first time by APTI, that is Association of Pharmacy Teachers of India. He is the recipient of Best Young Pharmacy Teacher Award from Association of Pharmacy Teachers of India in 97-98, the IPA Fellowship Award 2002, Drugs Inspector Welfare Association Award as Doyen of Pharmacy Profession 2002, Lifetime Achievement Award from Purely Chemist Forum, KMK College of Pharmacy, and many, many more. He has been appointed by Maharashtra Government Directorate of Technical Education and Maharashtra State Board of Technical Education to promote pharmacy profession for the 12th standard students and parents. Dr. Burande is the advisor for Midcon Institute of Management, which conducts AICTE approved 2 years postgraduate program in pharmaceutical management. He has been appointed as chairman for pharmacy course by MSBTE Mumbai to build quality in pharmacy education. In Centor Pharmaceuticals Private Limited, he has been appointed as a consulting scientist to benefit research students and the company in strengthening their research program. He served as president of APTI from 2013 to 2016 and has strengthened APTI to be a global association. He was president of 69th IP Congress held in Punjab in December 2017. To promote stronger pharma academics and industry interaction, he started Pharmacy Cup, that is the cricket for interaction. So all the students should be really happy that they are able to participate in that. Then he also started with the public testing lab and manufacturing unit attached to Pune College of Pharmacy, first of its kind in the history of Indian pharmaceutical education, to develop skills in pharmacy students while doing their B.Pharm. He has a vast academic and professional experience. Currently, he as well as adjunct visiting professor, Department Manipal. Then he is also the medical director for New Life Pharmaceuticals Private Limited Pune and the director skill development at LBS MBA Healthcare Management Pune. He has also held several positions in various pharmaceutical associations till date, and right now he is also the secretary 54th IPC Trust Pune and the council member Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India. Looking at the time, there are many, many more things I could add, but I think I would stop here. I, at the same time, also feel proud to let you know that we belong to the same alma mater. We are the alumni of LM College of Pharmacy, Ahmedabad. And at the last, Dr. Mohesh Burande always says, let our effort build the pharmacy profession. So with these words, I request Dr. Burande to take over the e-platform, the stage, and start his speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear all, we rarely get this kind of opportunity to listen to the inspiring word of a great personality and a speaker like Burande sir. I request all the participants to mute their mic throughout the session. Now I request Dr. Burande sir to start the session.
Thanks, Dr. Amelia. In fact, whatever she has told or introduced regarding what I have done, at present, at the age of 61 years, I consider it as a past and a big zero. What I can contribute after 61 is more important. even after this program, if some of you are inspired to do something which is really big in the pharmacy profession, that can be my achievement in my biodata. Dr. Kishore Guzar, I always consider him as a pharmacy college architect. He has developed more than 6 pharmacy colleges. And in fact, each and every pharmacy college under Sinhgarh Technical Education Society, he is the pharmaceutical architect. How to make the laboratories, infrastructure, instruments, making SOPs, making the college presentable, and then exposing you on the platform so that which you can become a competent and complete pharmacist. We are working together for last 4 decades and really putting the synergism as far as our activities are considered. Thanks, Dr. Kishore, for inviting me on this platform to inspire Sinhgarh Technical Education Society's pharmacy college students. And I'm really happy the way Prashit has coordinated with me, and even looking at the literature which he has made, that really inspires me that this person is having a tremendous skill in the presentation as well as organizing. Thanks, Prashit, for taking the efforts and working under, I think, Dr. Amelia Ouchet in the training and placement department to contribute for the student. I hope that my slide is clear. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So,
That's clear.
okay. So the topic which I have chosen is the challenges and opportunities in pharmacy profession through skill development. Basically, the skill is most important. And once you acquire certain skill, the progress is faster. And in Sanskrita, we say, Sarvada Vigyata Vijaya, that means skill always wins. And it is our actually responsibility during our career in the pharmacy to develop certain skills. If you go to the industry, definitely you are going to develop the skill. But before going to the industry, if you have certain skill, you are the most wanted person in the pharmacy profession. And that's why I'm going to correlate how the skill is important. You know, the change is most important. Change is the stability in the life. Or change is the only stability in the life. And we have to adapt for the changes. During COVID-19, you know, we have adopted this lifestyle. We never thought that such type of webinars we'll conduct in 2019. But today, it's a great platform. At a time, more than 500 students can actually listen to me, which I never thought. And for that, I think the change is must. I have to change myself. You have to change yourself in that case. And this change will bring you the stability as well as the progress. And if you are really looking to become a diamond in the pharmacy profession, maybe from the stone stage, you have to actually adopt yourself, develop your personality, become competent pharmacist so that you will be the diamond in that case in the pharmacy profession. And change is mandatory for extraordinary result. So acquire these changes, adopt yourself, go through that process. It's a tremendous hard work going through that process. But if you adopt, I think you will be a diamond in the pharmacy profession. This is the message today, which I wanted to give it to you. Now, coming back to the current challenges and opportunities, I always show this slide. The Indian population, some people say disadvantage, some people say advantage. I am looking from the positive side always that it's an advantage for the pharmacy profession. 143 crore, the China is leading. And many people are confident today that we will beat the China as far as the population is considered, as far as the quantity is considered. But as far as the quality is considered, it's a questionable at present. But no problem. If you look the other statistics in that case, the family planning programs in China, I think they are expecting in 2099, 110 crore, while as far as we are also going through the family planning program, as well as the awareness, we may touch to 150 crore. And I think looking to this quantity, if you give the quality in the people, and the quality will capture the world. That is the statement which I am making. That's why our objective is to develop the quality people. Our objective is to develop the quality product. Our objective is to develop the quality service. Is these 3 aspects, if we cover in the pharmacy profession, becoming the superpower in 2023 will be the reality from the pharmacy profession. But look from another angle in that case, the age, especially in 2020. The recent news which is published from the Delhi says that 69.4 years is the average life of an Indian. It's an average life of an Indian. And when you go to the developed country like Japan, they have achieved this position in 1970. Can you imagine that? How the progress the Japan has made. In 1970, the average age of Japanese was 70. Today, it is touching to 83 to 85 years. And our objective now is to convert that 70 years to 75 and then later to 83 to reach to the target which Japan has kept for the world. Even the world average is 72. That means we are matching with the world as per the average age is considered. Why this is important for the pharmacy profession? Who is going to actually extend that life? Who is going to contribute for the quality of the life? It is the pharmacy profession, my friend. Take the example of a vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine, which we wanted to develop. What it will do ultimately? It will enhance the quality of the life of the people. It will save the life of the people. And that's why I think the contribution and challenges and opportunities are tremendous for you, because when we became independent, the average age was 37 years. Now it is touching to 70 years. That means we have contributed a lot by producing the quality medicine and by giving the quality service to the healthcare, including the doctors as well as the nurses. All of us have contributed to that. But our dream today is to go further in giving the quality life even at the age of 80 or maybe the 82. And for that, quality products are required, quality service is required, innovation is required. And that is the challenge and opportunity in front of you to contribute as a pharmacist. We are very much happy today that we are in number 3 position as far as the volume of production is considered. The value of the production is considered, we may be actually having the rank 12th or 13th. Because most of the research and development products which are coming from the Western world, especially in the US, the strength of the US is the research and development. And since we are also working from the research and development after 2005, the biggest example is Lupin, where Dr. Amelia's actually life partner is working there to contribute on many things. I think the coming out with a new product, if that is going to happen in the future with some of you interested in research and development, becoming the superpower by quality value is the reality in the future. As far as the jobs are considered, you should not worry, my friend. 26,000 pharma manufacturing plants are there. And looking to the COVID-19 challenge, now many giants which are not in the pharma thinking to enter in the pharmaceutical manufacturing unit, whether it is a biotechnology product or whether it is a chemical industry or API industry where government is going to give, already given many subsidy to actually have the more innovative approach so that we will not be dependent on the China as far as the API is considered. 50% still we are importing the API from the China. And the government, because of this COVID-19 and other thing, taken the decision, why not to promote the API, active pharmaceutical ingredient, actually manufacturing. So those who are very good in the medicinal chemistry, I think opportunity is there for you. Recently, one project came to me that they wanted to start an API unit, especially in the Nashik. And the person especially was MSc as well as the PhD in medicinal chemistry, not the MPharm. Why not the MPharm student in medicinal chemistry can take this opportunity in a big way? Because subsidies are there. The land will be given at many minimum cost in that case. Other MIDC facilities will be available for you. But you have to think of one idea, one product, and actually start contributing on that line. Money is not a problem. Today, many banks are there. You take the loan and contribute on that line. So my actually suggestion to you, those who really wanted to make the difference, that think of entrepreneurship in the future in a big way, because the position is very clear. We are number 3, likely to go to number 1. Come to the domestic consumption, almost 130,000 crores of medicines we are consuming every year with a population of touching 130 crore. And it is likely to go to 220,000 crore. That means the consumption will increase by 1 lakh crores, maybe around 2023. And that is the huge potential. That means the consumption of medicine is increasing day by day because of the requirement, because of the lifestyle, because of the disease, because of the various actually symptoms which we are suffering. And that's why when the consumption is increased, the potential is tremendous. So look from that angle, I think you can contribute. You can contribute in a pharmaceutical company in taking the job and actually increasing their turnover, maybe from 500 crores to 1,000 crores. Otherwise, maybe you can start your own company after taking the experience and you can actually contribute in a big way. When I completed the B Pharm or M Pharm, as Amelia said, I completed M Pharm from LM College of Pharmacy, Ahmedabad in 1982. And that time, all multinational companies were the leaders. Almost 80% of the companies, multinational companies like Glaxo, Abbott, Sandoz, Pfizer, they were the leaders. And we were looking for the job in multinational companies that time. But the Indian companies started that time. And now you see the picture, 80% are the Indian companies contributing in 1,30,000 crores of domestic consumption. Only 20% MNCs are contributing in big way. And I think this is a good picture for all of you that the things from India is moving. Indian companies are growing in the pharma in a big way. Hospital in India, now it is the opportunities which are increasing day by day. Clinical pharmacist abroad is the highest respectable job, especially in the US or maybe the Australia and the Japan. Clinical research, you know, the trials which are going on, and a lot of opportunities are there for the pharmacy person as a clinical research associate, or maybe in the quality assurance, maybe in the business development. Pharmacovigilance, data management, medical coding, another job opportunities for you if your IT skill is good. Medical insurance, which is picking up nowadays, and I think a lot of opportunities are there for you in the business development as well as the statistical analysis. And pharma and medical animation, you know, the way the people are presenting today, the presentations, I think even in the pharma company to present the product to the doctor, a lot of all these skills will be utilized once you go to the product management department or medical marketing department. So these are the 15 job opportunities available for you, and job is not a problem. Only thing is that what you want to become, identifying your personality, identifying your mission is important to take your career ahead. And when we discuss with the companies, since we are serving many pharmaceutical companies, the average start for production maybe 12 to 15,000. But after 5 years, getting that approvals and the expertise, 35,000 to 50,000, that is the range which we are talking. And after 10 to 15 years down the line, definitely 70,000 to 5 lakhs rupees per month is the salary paid in the production. Like that same way, QC, QA, again, you can become the vice president QA of a leading pharmaceutical company, and the benefits will be much more. And sales marketing will offer you initially the good salaries ranging from 15,000 to 25,000, because other expenditures also will be given to you, traveling expenditure, internet actually expenditure, all these benefits will be there for you. And that's why the salary will be a big one in the sales and marketing. And ultimately, we can go to 1 lakh to 10 lakhs rupees vice president marketing. And even the bulk drug industry, I think 15,000 and 20,000 is the range. Those who wanted to go to the API industry. So these are usually the average salary packages. Exceptionally, some high salaries may be paid, but salary is not important. What I mean to say, to start the career, getting inside on the receptor and giving your performance is most important. And during that process, you will learn the skill, you will be exposed to the industrial practices, and once you become a performer, then the money will come after you, and whatever the salary you want, I think the people will call you and they will give you. And for that, I think the skill is important. As I said, Sarvada Vidyata Vijaya, that means skill always wins. And this skill, which we wanted to actually tell you how it is important, it is observed in India that whatever the programs which we are conducting, the skill development takes place in India up to 3%. Whatever the programs which we do. Go to the US, it is going to 52%, UK 60%. But South Korea, 96% skill development happened with the programs which the students are undergoing at the university or maybe at the college level. And our objective or the mission of our country, the Pradhan Mantri Kaushalya Vikas Yojana, to take that 3% to 10%. And if you make that 3% to 10%, I think 42 crores of people out of 132 crores will be the skill oriented. And out of that 42 crores, 2 crores will be definitely for the pharma, which is the requirement at present. And that's why skill is important. And Pradhan Mantri Kaushalya Vikas Yojana is coming out with a various program. And why it is required? Because the advantage with India is the youngest generation. And average age of India at present is 29 as compared to the Europe, which is touching to 42. And in some countries, it is going beyond 50. And you know, young is always enthusiastic, young is always energetic, young always wanted to do something. Only thing is that if they are developed with the skill, they will contribute for the big quality in every sector. And China, currently it is called as manufacturing factory of the world, while India will be the human resource capital. And for that, the development of the skill is important. And the mission for India, which is given not only for the pharma, but for all the sector, is the skill development. And skill development in the pharma, when we talk about the skill, when we discuss with Dilip Sangvi, I got actually the opportunity to meet him during 69th IPC. And while concluding with him, he said, what is the skill? Skill is nothing but standards. You must know all the standards of the drugs when you wanted to enter in the pharma. And there are various standards. And you know, the Indian pharmacopoeia, US pharmacopoeia, British pharmacopoeia, US FDA actually guidelines, all these things are the standards ultimately to give the quality. And then you start applying your knowledge, how you can do the validation, how you can do the design qualification, how you can make the SOP. All these are the knowledge applications which will be required. How I can do the detailing in the most effective way in front of the doctor. Then innovate something, inventing something new is the prime focus of any Indian pharmaceutical industry. Give something new. Maybe the taste is bitter, you can make it sweeter. Maybe the drug is available in the simple form, but you can make it a sustained release form. Something innovative as compared to the others, I think that will take your industry in a big way, or the products in a big way. And love your job and the profession for that purpose. Once you join R&D, love R&D. Then don't look that the sales and marketing is good. Once you join sales and marketing, I think love that job so that you can go to the topmost position. You can have your own R&D center, maybe as an entrepreneur in the future. And once you do that, I think you'll create the legacy. That is the meaning of the skill. And once you have that skill, you will create a legacy of your contribution in the world. And the man in between us is Mr. Dilip Sangvi, the #1 pharmaceutical industry person of India. And he has said that the skills are most important what industry is looking for. And we have identified almost 65 skills, whether it is a manufacturing skills, whether it is a research and development skill, whether it is a sales and marketing skill, whether it is a pharmaceutical care, especially in the healthcare, or even in the teaching, some of the skills will be required. Now the webinar teaching will be another skill which will be added for the teacher. If you become the expert, not only for actually your college student, but you will be invited worldwide in that case to contribute on that line. Money will come. Money is secondary here as far as the skill. But once you become the skillful person, I think your contribution will be much bigger. And that's why the technical skill initially is the most important aspect. Then you should have the analytical skill, which is also important once you go to the higher position. Go for micro thinking. That is also important to correct actually any problem and giving the best quality. And keep innovative approach continuously as far as your life is concerned. So once it happened, I think the contribution will be much bigger in that case. So technical skill, soft skills, analytical skill, and macro thinking skill. These are the skills which are the requirement at present in the pharmaceutical industry. And for that, your mission should be very big. And what should be your mission? The mission should be go to the Everest, whatever the position you wanted to achieve. And for that, actually this T word, which I always actually illustrate. What is T? Now, after my program also, many of you wanted to go for the T.
Sir, your mic,
Yes. Okay. Okay.
your mic.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
I think this was the slide which I was discussing, the story. You got the point now? You got this sharing? Okay. So friends, I know the disturbance is
Yes,
there
sir.
because of the heavy rain, but okay, we will continue our efforts, and efforts are unending always, that we always say. Technical skill, hard work and attitude, the successful story of Sun Pharma. When Sun Pharma introduced the first molecule, starting the company loan license in 1982, lithium carbonate, Lidoson was the first brand. And continuously 6 months, Pradeep Ghosh, the medical representative of Sun Pharma, along with Dilip Shanghvi. And Dilip Shanghvi, you know, he's not a pharmacy person or a science person. He's a commerce graduate. But he developed himself up to the level of a pharmacist, more than a pharmacist, I can say. It's a development, continuous development. 6 months, these two people were leading the psychiatrist in Calcutta. Dr. Nandi was the leader in that case. And they wanted to have the prescription of Dr. Nandi. After 6 months, Nandi opened out and he said, look, Mr. Dilip Shanghvi, lithium carbonate is having a history to become toxic. And after threshold level, this chemical becomes dangerous in the blood. So it should be monitored, then only I can prescribe it. If you can give me the solution for this, I will prescribe the lithium carbonate or maybe the Lidoson. And during this 6 months, Dilip Shanghvi was ready in that case, and he discussed with Saxena Lab. Carbonate level. But at present, I don't have the money to buy it. And Dilip Shanghvi said, okay, I will finance it from the bank. I will pay. Later, you can pay me for the instrument. And then he said, whenever the patient from Dr. Nandi will come, you can offer these services at 50% of the cost. That means the analysis can be done in 20 rupees rather than 40 rupees. We'll issue the yellow card, and that yellow card will be given to the patient from Dr. Nandi. So if you do that, I think that is fine. And he discussed immediately with Dr. Nandi that don't worry, I have made the arrangement. Saxena Lab is going to purchase the refractometer, and you can prescribe lithium carbonate. We'll monitor the level, therapeutic drug monitoring we call it, and you can actually start prescribing the lithium carbonate. And since it is a psychiatric drug, you know, continuously it has been taken. And that is the first prescription generated after 6 months from Dr. Nandi by Dilip Shanghvi. And the sun started growing. And the same strategy which they implemented at various pockets in all over India, making the arrangement for the analysis and asking the doctor to prescribe and maintaining the lithium carbonate level. And then later they came out with a sustained release or maybe the controlled release drug of lithium carbonate, another innovation which happened. And this is the story of Mr. Dilip Shanghvi, how he started. He started as a loan license manufacturing chemist after taking experience from the distribution shop of his father. He became himself as a medical representative initially, and he started convincing the people on the technological side. That is important, although he's not a technology person. But today, he's a technology person. He knows each and everything as far as the drugs are considered. Many of my students, Dr. Guzars and my students, are working in Sun Pharma today, and they are telling what a person Mr. Dilip Shanghvi is. Today, he knows each and every aspect of the pharma, which he has learned during the process. And that's why learning is a continuous activity, and the development of the skill, once you have that skill, you can be the winner in that case. I again got the opportunity to meet him because he was my next president, 70th Indian Pharmaceutical Congress in Delhi. And I pass on my presidentship to Mr. Dilip Shanghvi. Is the greatest honor which I received in my life. Me and my son, Mr. Samir, we met him at the Sun Pharma in Andheri, where the big corporate office is there, and discussed all these things regarding the skill development and everything. In fact, IPR has given him the award in 2000, that is most outstanding performance award. That time the rank was 84th, and he also said to me that why you are giving me this award to me. And we said, sir, yours is the company, the day will come that it will be #1. And what an occasion which I got, that when I became the president and passed on the presidentship to Mr. Dilip Shanghvi, the Sun Pharma, after taking Ranbaxy for 31,000 crore, is a #1 pharma company at present, with a turnover reaching to 34,000 crore at present and contributing worldwide. So these are the inspiring stories which you should know. And when I look for the advertisement today, there are many advertisements. We are not getting the people to get the jobs. to actually occupy the job. That is the situation at present, especially during COVID-19. All the companies are recruiting the pharmacist in a big way. Only thing is that what you want to become, which line you wanted to select is the most important aspect. And when you look, the Mankind Advisement looking for the actually people, whether it is Alembic in Baroda looking for the people, Panacea Biotech looking for the people. Along with their qualification, they have maintained or they have actually printed certain skills in the advertisement, that these are the skills which we are looking for from the pharmacy student or maybe the life science student. And that's why, along with your B Pharm or M Pharm, if you have these skills, I think you are the right candidate to join these leading pharmaceutical companies. Even in marketing, I think the scope is tremendous. And let me tell you, those who want to become an entrepreneur, many of them started their career as a medical representative, went to the position of vice president marketing, but they are having a tremendous skill, and that skill is a detailing skill. So detailing skill, once you have actually abundant in your personality, you are the right candidate for the pharma sales and marketing. And you can become vice president marketing at the age of 35 with a package of 15 lakhs to 20 lakhs rupees in the leading pharmaceutical company. But you can start the job at 20,000 to 30,000 rupees. Look how the marketing can be actually positioned. This was the best example which I got, just I wanted to put in front of you. A foreigner came to Kashi, visited Vishwanath temple, and all gods, then he bought a vibhuti, you know, that ash people are selling, vibhuti, packed from a boy selling on the street. A foreigner then asked, what is the expiry date of this vibhuti or that ash? And the boy was very smart, maybe a marketing man in that case. The boy replied, looking surprised. Nobody asked him this question, but this foreigner asked. But he was surprised. But you know, he analyzed himself that what answer I should give it to him. And he made a beautiful answer that, look, it is made from expired people. And when you applied on your forehead, it increases your expiry date. What a beautiful communication, or maybe the counseling which he has done, as well as the convincing. I think this is the skill required when you go to the pharmaceutical industry in sales and marketing department, right? And once you are trained on this line, how to answer, I think that is the requirement. Successful people who started as medical representative and went to become a managing director. Best example in front of me is today the Mankind's Mr. Juneja. Mr. Rajiv Juneja was a medical representative of Lopin, went to the position of sales manager in 10 years, and in 1992 he decided I should introduce the company known as Mankind Pharma with a mission, quality and economy perfectly matched. Another mission they have kept, that each and every doctor our medical representative should visit. Maybe the interior place, but our MR should go. And that's why they have the total coverage, 360-degree coverage of all doctors, hospitals, as well as the wholesalers and everything. And that's why the Mankind is the fastest growing pharmaceutical company with an army. Army means field force, touching to more than 10,000 people. And there is always a requirement in the Mankind in the sales and marketing. Almost 10% to 20% requirement is there. That means every month, more than 1,000 to 2,000 people, all India basis, are required to join this army to take this battle ahead. So this is the scope, this is the potential. Those who are interested in the sales and marketing, you will not be the medical representative throughout your career, maybe 1 to 2 years. But after that, you may be the product manager, you may be the medical marketing manager, you may be the vice president marketing, you may be the group product manager, and then you will have your own strategies to increase actually the brands of the pharmaceutical company in India as well as the abroad. At present, Mankind is actually expanding as far as their export is considered. So if you develop this skill of export, especially the documentation aspect, I think you are the most required person in the pharmaceutical industry like that. Another example of my own and Dr. Gujar's actually student, Mr. Pritish Toraskar, who completed his B Pharm from Pune College of Pharmacy. And when we have done the SWOT analysis, I told him that you have the good communication skill. If you do some management program and then you go to the sales and marketing, work as a medical representative, one day you can be a vice president marketing. I never expected that he will start the company. But after taking this experience, or maybe done the management programs and everything, he started as a medical representative in Nicholas Piramal, then went to the Lopin, then went to the Mylan as a vice president marketing, introduced Mylan product in India, and then decided, why should not I have my own pharmaceutical company? And he launched And he got the financer also. He launched the company known as Coe Pharma. And Coe Pharma today is the fastest growing pharmaceutical company of India. Thousands of people he has employed in the sales and marketing. He's getting the manufacturing done on the low license, third party basis from the Baddi and actually exporting or maybe expanding his market. All over India, Coe Pharma in 4 years achieved a turnover of 400 crore and it is the fastest growing pharmaceutical company of India. Own student of mine as well as Dr. Kishore Bhushan. So if you set a dream, what I mean to say, you can achieve many things, but the skill is required, patience is required, hard work is required, passion is required. And we have done this detailing at SKN COP. Last year, we conducted the 5 days workshop at SKN COP. And one of the SKN COP student was doing the detailing because this visual aid we have brought from one of the pharmaceutical company. The person who came along with us as a speaker was having his own pharmaceutical industry. But with my request, he came and his product, your person has detailed beautifully. And I think that skill, which we demonstrated that this person is having that skill. Tomorrow, if you wanted to go to the sales and marketing, I think the job offers will be tremendous in that case. I cannot show you that video because it is not working at present. We got another opportunity, my friend. What we are contributing through the skill development is training the FDCA people, that means the drug officers, as I told you. And these people told me that, Dr. Gurande, it will be your role and IPR role to go to each and every colleges to demonstrate the skill, develop the skill, so that the Gujarat industry, which is the fastest growing pharmaceutical actually belt of India, looking for the good candidates in that case in the Gujarat. 160 new plants actually last 2 years started in Gujarat and going for WHO approval, going for MHRA approval, going for USFDA approval. And just imagine what type of potential Gujarat is having at present for you, those who wanted to contribute. But skill is important. Even one of the colleagues, SGM College of Pharmacy, Chitradurga, we demonstrated this, the hardness of a tablet, which is an official test. But if you bring all the company's tablet, maybe paracetamol of a different brand and measure the hardness, you will get the different variation in that case. And then you identify that why this hardness is more, why this disintegration time is more, why disintegration time of crocin is less. And then actually look out for the formulation development, which you can learn many things. And I think even the cost wise also, you can work out so that you will come to know that how you can position your product and you can make a SOP, how you can make a SOP of measuring the hardness as per 21 CFR USFDA. These are the skills, small skills at present, but which will become the big scale. And if you know it early, I think you'll contribute in big way. And for that, I think give the good teachers, I will give you the best country. This Acharya Chanakya has said that give me the good teachers, I will give you the best country in that case. And that's why the pharmacy teachers, which are giving you actually the opportunity to develop yourself, today is also that part. You should take the best out of that. And in front of me at present, the best person is there, which all of us know very well, who was a teacher. Now he's a big businessman. And who was that? Mr. Baiju Ravindran. At the age of 40, he is the richest person of India in the first 100. Can you imagine? But how it actually happened? He was a B mechanical person and he was doing a job of multinational company in Bangalore with a handsome salary package and everything. He visited his friend, those who were preparing for the CAT examination for MBA admission, and some math problem was there, they were unable to solve. So this person was very good in the maths. So he said that, okay, come to me. I will actually give you the solution and I will teach you how it can be simplified. He simplified the things. And then later these three friends said, why don't you actually conduct the tuition for us? And he conducted the tuition for us for the maths, and all of them cleared the CAT examination, got actually MBA in the respective institutes, and now they are the big managers and other things. But that time they told him, his friends told him that, look, Ravindran, Baiju, that your skill is making the things simple. What is your skill? Convincing the people by making the things simple. You have that technical skill, but making the things simple is your skill. And for that, you leave this job and you can start the tuition classes for actually the CAT. And taking the advice of the friends, he left the job. He took the risk, he left the job, but having the confidence about his skill and started the tuition class for 30 students initially. All 30 got actually cleared the CAT in the good organizations of the good MBA institute. And then these people, your customer actually spread that you are doing the good job, and they will bring more clients for you, more customers for you. It happened. And then from tuition class, he went to the hall with 100 students, from the hall to the auditorium with 500 students, and then he was conducting the programs in the stadium. That was the need of the hour. 25,000 students, he was conducting the classes and actually going from state to state, different stadiums and other things. And then he thought that going to the stadium, again, it is very troublesome, or maybe the hard work is required more. Why not I should come out with the online coaching? That time he thought, my friend, maybe 2 decades earlier, going for online coaching. And he started the company known as Think and Learn Private Limited. And now that company is saying apps which are developed for the 6th to 12th class standard. And now today, with this innovative approach of teaching, learning, convincing in a most simple way, most beautiful way, most understandable way, I think Baiju Ravindran is actually sponsoring the IPL, Indian Pharma League. What a strong person he is. A one-man army who has done all these things. And then, people funded for him his project. And today, Shah Rukh Khan is totally advertising for Baiju Ravindran right from the beginning. Suggests that how Baiju Ravindran at the age of 40 has contributed. Money is secondary here, but take the good idea, start contributing on that line, and you can become the big one. And such opportunities are there in the pharma at present because of the COVID-19. You wanted to develop the product, I think you can come out with this idea. You wanted to conduct certain topic in your subject as a teacher, you can also do that if you come to the teaching profession. But teaching is required everywhere. Once you go to the sales and marketing, you can be the trainer. Even as a vice president quality assurance, you can be the trainer in that case for the GMP. So this will be required in the future in a big way. And I think he is the best example in front of us how skill can contribute. Friends, Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research started in 1990 with this concept only for the development of the skill, as Dr. Gujar has said. We have different programs, 11 months programs which you can do during your B.Pharm, M.Pharm, PharmD or D.Pharm. And these are the rewarding and respectful careers which the people have got after doing this program. In pharma marketing, we have almost 5 to 6 programs, including marketing management, including promotion advertising management, including product management, export management, and everything. You can go to the site, all details are there. Those who wanted to make a career in manufacturing, again, I think almost 6 to 7 programs are there, including packaging management, herbal drug manufacturing management, project management, cost management, and everything. And if you do 3 programs of IPR, you get master's diploma in pharmaceutical management. And we can have the center in Sinhagad if we get the 30 students, and we can have the webinars at present. Otherwise, maybe one-to-one coaching in that case once you enroll from the Sinhagad, which will be the part as far as our programs are considered. Even in quality assurance and regulatory, you wanted to make a career, there are 5 to 6 programs. And regulatory programs are there, advanced quality assurance program is there, patent and regulatory management is there. Students from US are doing these programs nowadays. And that's why the benefit which we wanted to pass on to the Indian students in a big way. And what about our achievements? As Dr. Gujar has said, I think Amelia has also mentioned that our institute is not only the education institute, it is a consultancy and training institute because we are working as a consultant and trainer to many pharmaceutical companies. And that's why we have been awarded for this contribution because 10,000 students pass out and they have the big positions in the pharmaceutical industry and contributing at present. We have the big collaboration with Wockhardt for last 4 to 6 years. More than 200 employees underwent our program and they have developed their skill and the contribution is continued. Their HR, Abhijit Jain, has said this statement recently and I wanted to read it out. IPR is a knowledge and skill enhanced partner that infuses the job excellency, work satisfaction, and creates engagement in the organization. IPR creates the platform for all the associates to learn beyond the curriculum that helps them to perform their duties in an effective manner. Associates feel supported and inspired at work through learning and become more productive and engaged workforce. IPR played a very vital role in this and Wockhardt become ongoing learning organization to grow further. So a lot of activity which we are doing with the Wockhardt. Then we have collaborated with the Mark Laboratory, which is having the excellent instrumental analysis laboratory for the food as well as the intermediates. and we are working with them for the validation, SOPs, documentation, instrumentation, calibration, statistical analysis, and one more program in food and drug analysis, which we are conducting with them. So you can take the advantage of this collaboration also. Recently, yesterday only, we were having the program with the Baddi. We collaborated with Baddi University, and we are the training partner for many pharmaceutical companies in the Baddi, along with the Baddi University. Last year, we collaborated with Sandeep University, Nasik, and a lot of activity which is going on even at the Nasik. We collaborated even Satana, that is AKS University, we collaborated with them, and even for the MP students, we are contributing for the skill development. And then we are really proud that we collaborated with your SKN COP first in last actually August, and we conducted also the program that is a 5 days workshop for the skill development, which was highly appreciated. And a lot of actually skill demonstrations our faculty has given, which we are thinking about even Sinhagad College of Pharmacy, that is your College of Pharmacy, which we thought, but after the March, the COVID happened, and that's why it was postponed. We collaborated with SIOP Nare, Dr. Bothra is there, and I think we also conducted the 5 days workshop for them, especially in December and the January, which is also appreciated. One of the workshop was USFDA. Then we collaborated with your SIPS Lonavala also. Dr. Boreshwar Mahajan is the principal, and I think before COVID, I think we conducted 29th February, 28th February or 29th February. I think the 5th day was there. We concluded for the final year BPharm. So a lot of work which we are doing, but for Sinhagad, which I have demonstrated that we are doing, and now we are expecting from Sinhagad College of Pharmacy to conduct this actually program after the COVID-19 is over, when one-to-one we can meet. Otherwise, through the webinar also, we can conduct actually the workshop for you. And this is the association which we already have. In fact, the first association was with Dr. K.N. Gujar, but due to some actually the engagement of your college, we could not conduct it last year. This year, definitely, we would love to conduct the skill development program. One more feedback which I want to tell you regarding Ajay Kumar Singh. Ajay Kumar Singh was a BSc chemistry person. He joined in one of the pharmaceutical company 20 years back, and then he has done our program, Diploma in Pharmaceutical Quality Control, Quality Assurance, during his actually employment. After completion of this program, the employer called him and he said, whatever the fees you have paid, that time fee was 2,000 rupees. Today it is touching to 15,000 to 16,000. 2,000 rupees he has given him back. He said, I have seen the improvement and you are really contributing for the quality of the organization. And you are promoted. His salary was 2,000. He made his salary 4,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees given back, and the journey of Ajay Kumar started. And today, let me tell you, Ajay Kumar, after changing 2 to 3 companies, head especially of the Alkem, 600 people, he said, working under me, and the package is in crores in that case per annum. So this is the story. There are many stories. Today we don't have the time. But friends, for skill development, IPR is involved with the webinars today for industries as well as the colleges, one-day training certificate programs, and also the webinars. And thousands of programs, as Amelia has said, we have conducted for industries as well as the colleges. Now, if you have any questions, I think I would love to answer if you have the time. And sorry for the disturbance, what happened because of the problem due to the rain. But okay, we started working again immediately. I switched over to the mobile, but again, when the light came, I again switched over to the main actually web service. Thank you very much. Yes, now.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. I request the participant to post the question in the chat box.
Oh, still 85 students are there. I'm really happy that you are not given up.
Students, you can unmute yourself and ask the question to sir. Anyone?
They can ask through chat box also.
Yes, I have already.
Mhm.
One student is asking, sir, could you
Sakshya,
please tell us about, yes, about the
Sakshi.
skill development programs includes?
See, basically, our skill development programs are based on your careers. If you are going for the quality control, quality assurance, we have quality control as well as the advanced quality assurance programs. And during that programs, you will be exposed to the various practices of the pharmaceutical industry, and will conduct the assignments to confirm that you have developed that skill. For example, how the SOPs are made as per the requirement of MHRA or WHO or maybe US FDA, that will be one demonstration. How the dossiers can be prepared if you come to the regulatory aspect. How the company's technical documents can be prepared. So like that, you will be exposed. And if you come to the sales and marketing, we will have the programs of the detailing. We have the programs of making the promotional material, which are the skills required. We have the programs to make a strategy in positioning the pharmaceutical product. So these are the some of the skills which I wanted to tell you now. There are many, but these are the minimum things which we are expecting in that case through the program. So if you go through the pharmaceutical management diplomas, which you can do during your BPharm and MPharm, automatically you will have that skill along with the diploma. And later, once you join the pharmaceutical industry, I think you can start practicing that as early as possible. You will give the performance at earliest, and that's why you can accelerate your career faster. That is the advantage of these programs.
Another question from Sunil Dongre, sir.
Uh,
Sunil Dongre is asking, skill development programs are online or not?
Skill development programs are online also as well as offline also. Offline, actually, you will get the demonstration in that case, or you can do yourself. But through webinar, which we will ask you to do something which is feasible through the online in that case, right? So that will be a demonstration type, or maybe we will send you the SOP. You will do it, and we will watch in that case at our end, and we'll evaluate. So both can happen, but one-to-one is always better in that case.
We have another question from Rushida Patel. What would be your advice to the final year students to bridge the gap between the demands of the industry and the academia? Any training program and upskilling programs you would recommend, sir?
Yes, we have this one-day training programs. Once we have the agreement, already we have the agreement with the college. So you should participate in that and develop yourself. Another thing, as I told you, IPR diplomas are there, 11 months program, where you can enroll for the diploma, so that continuously you will upgrade by getting the material as well as the assignments, and you can develop the skill on that line. So this is the possibility in that case, which even many students all over India, not over India, even from other countries are also taking. Yesterday only one of the student from USA has given the exam, which we conducted at our actually office. So these are the possibilities. Now the world is open because of the online. I think the world is open. Students can be from any country, and those who wanted to become expert in that case, they are taking the advantage. And since you are from Pune, we are also from Pune. Advantage with you is more as compared to the other students. Yes, sir. If we want to remove our own industry, what is the you want to start your own industry? That is the question.
Yes, that is a question, I think so, sir.
If you want to start your own industry, we always advise the people to work in the sales and marketing first. And that will give the idea that which products are moving, what is the strategy implemented, how the market behave, so that you can have your own product range. And maybe after 2 to 3 years down experience, you can start your loan license. That means manufacturing will be done at some place, not at your factory, your own factory. You will have your own sales actually team with the distribution office and everything, where the minimum expenditure will be required. And then you can appoint your medical representatives, give them the training, come up with the strategies, and start expanding state-wise, depending on your financial strength. So even, I think, with 20 to 25 lakhs rupees, loan can be taken, and you can start your own pharmaceutical company on the loan license basis. That is the start which we advise, which many people underwent. Dilip Sanghvi also underwent through that program. Even MQR's MQR Pharma started with the loan license, getting the manufacturing done at Litaka, where I was serving initially, and they were having the marketing team. And today they are having their own US FDA plant, MHRA approved plant, and expanding in a big way. So small to big. Initially it is small, but that desire is most important. Everything is available in that case. We have the project known as project management in the pharma, which covers all aspects of everything as far as the starting the pharma company is concerned. Yes, next one.
I think so. There is one question for if we students want to join the clinical research.
Yeah.
Is there any course specific to that?
Yeah, IPR is having a very specific course, Advanced Clinical Research Data Management. Clinical research, because you know, especially now the example of vaccine development, a lot of clinical research is going on. And for that, clinical research associates are required. So those who wanted to know the requirement of quality assurance as well as the business development in the clinical research, as well as the regulatory aspect of the clinical research, this program will be useful. And you can join maybe any CRO or maybe any clinical research organization. Many companies are having clinical research, their departments, as well as certain CROs are there. They are conducting the trials for the other companies. You can get the opportunity in that case. And it's a very good career looking to the drug development, which is happening in India. And even in pharmacovigilance also, your services will be required once you do this program. Data management, your service will be required. Medical coding, your services will be required. So all these are the possibilities for you if you become specialized in the clinical research.
Okay. Lots of questions are coming.
Quality assurance.
Yes,
what skills are required for the quality assurance? See, a lot of skills are required in quality assurance. In fact, the main person of building the quality in pharmaceutical industry is a quality assurance person. But usually the person who undergoes through quality control is the head of the quality assurance department. And that's why initially your analytical skill, analysis skill, handling the instrument will be more important in that case. That becomes the skill. If you can work on HPLC, if you can work on maybe actually IR, or maybe if you can make the SOP, standard operating procedure, if you can give the training to the people as per the requirement of US FDA, will be the skills required. Validation is the most important skill, right? Validating the process, validation of the actually equipment will be the important aspect in that case. These are the skills which are required. If you can make a statement that I can do the validation of the process, I can do the validation of the instrument or equipment, I think that is the highest skill which you are required in the pharmaceutical industry. So there are almost 50 to 60 skills in the quality assurance, but basic starting with the quality control department.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for very inspiring and motivating session.
Yeah, thank you.
Now I request Mrs. Kiran Bokre ma'am, Assistant Professor, Pharmaceutical Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, to kindly propose the vote of thanks. Ma'am.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, one and all. Thanks a million, sir, for such a wonderful session. I am sure this session will be beneficial to all of us in this pandemic situation. On behalf of Sinhargarh College of Pharmacy, Vadgaon, Pune, I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks. With a great sense of gratitude, I express my thanks to Honorable Founder President, Professor M.N. Navle, sir, Honorable Secretary, Dr. Mrs. Sunanda Navle, ma'am, Honorable Vice President Admin, Mrs. Rachana Navle Ashtekar, ma'am, Honorable Vice President HR, Mr. Rohit Navle, sir, for their constant support, providing all the facilities and infrastructure. It is indeed a great pleasure to have Dr. Mahesh Burande, sir, as a chief guest and resource person. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. I sincerely thank respected principal, Sir Dr. K.N. Gujar, sir, who has been driving force for the program. Our heartfelt thanks to all the participants for their active participation. A special thanks to all the organizing committee, all HODs, all teaching and non-teaching staff for their support and coordination. With this warm words and kind message, we move to the end of today's webinar. I would request all the participants to kindly on their videos for the group photo.
आजा इधर इधर आजा यस
Once again, thank you all. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Dr. Kishore, Prashik, as well as Amelia and Ms. Gokhale for actually giving me this opportunity. And definitely we'll interact once the COVID-19 is over. Otherwise, through the webinar, which we can also continue. Thank you.
thank you sir thank you sir
Thank you.
all the students are please inform your colleagues and your classmates. The recorded session is available on the Siyangarh College of Pharmacy YouTube channel. So please do visit there and give the feedback over there also. And you can watch the webinar live there, recorded session one. Thank you very much.
Very good.
Sir.
Okay. Shall I leave Kishore now?
Yes, no problem.
Thank you. We'll meet again. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.